Your heels hit the marble floor too loudly. You wince. You shouldn't have come this late, but your sister begged. Just show your face, okay? And now you're here, walking straight into a room full of strangers, warm lights, expensive suits, and a feeling that someone already noticed you. Your breath catches, not because of the crowd, but because you feel it. A stare. Sharp. Unblinking. Too aware. You don't look yet. You pretend your hands aren't shaking as you adjust your dress. Pause. Your sister appears at your side, whispering. Finally, everyone's here, my fiancé, his father, and his brother. There it is again. That stare. Stronger now. Like it's waiting for you to turn your head. You do. And everything inside you simply stops. Jungkook. You don't know his name yet, but you feel it. This is someone people don't describe with normal words. He sits in the corner of the hall, half-shadowed, a glass untouched in his hand. Black suit. Dark hair falling slightly over his eyes. Expression unreadable. But the way he watches you, it's not unreadable at all. It's terrifyingly clear. His gaze drags from your face, to your hands, back to your eyes. Slow, deliberate. Like he's trying to memorize you. Like he already has. You look away first, pulse stumbling. Your sister nudges you. What's wrong? Nothing, you whisper. But the lie trembles. Because you can still feel him looking. Still feel heat crawling up your neck. You force yourself deeper into the hall, greeting your sister's fiancé with a small smile. He's kind, polite, soft-spoken. I'm glad you made it, he says warmly. But Jungkook is behind him, silent, still watching. You don't mean to me his eyes again. You really don't. But you do. And he smirks. Not playful. Not arrogant. Something else. Something like, I caught you looking. Your stomach flips. Ah, this is my younger sister, the groom says, turning to gesture at you. Before you can react, Jungkook rises from his seat. Not rushed. Not slow. But with a kind of purpose that sends a chill down your spine. He walks toward you. Every step measured. Every step heavy with something you cannot name. Your sister watches him approach, eyes widening slightly, like she knows something you don't. Jungkook stops in front of you. Close enough to hear your breath. Close enough that you feel his presence before he speaks. He doesn't offer his hand. He doesn't introduce himself. He just says, quietly, You're late. Your heart stutters. It wasn't intentional. He tilts his head, eyes tracing your expression. Doesn't matter. His voice lowers. You're here now. You swallow, unable to look away. Something about him feels dangerous, but something about his gaze feels gentle. A dangerous kind of gentle. Your sister steps between you, forcing a tight laugh. Okay, let's all get seated. But Jungkook's eyes never leave you. Even when he sits, even when others talk, even when the music swells and glasses clink, his attention stays locked, steady, unbroken. You try to eat, but your hands keep trembling. You feel his gaze more than you feel the room around you. Finally, his brother leans toward him, whispering something you can't hear. But Jungkook's response is low enough to be private, yet loud enough to reach you anyway. His eyes stay on you as he breathes. She's the one. The fork slips from your hand. Because he isn't talking about the bride. He isn't talking about anyone else in this room. He's talking about you. Your fork hits the plate. Your fingers feel numb. Jungkook's voice, she's the one, still echoes in your skull. You stand abruptly, forcing air into your lungs. Your sister notices. Her smile falters. Then she grabs your wrist. Come with me. Her whisper is tight, urgent. Before you can protest, she pulls you through the hall, weaving between tables, past guests, past lights, past Jungkook's eyes. Because yes, he's watching again. Watching you leave. Watching your sister drag you away. Your pulse spikes. She pushes open a side door, guiding you into a dim, quiet corridor. The music muffles behind the wall. You barely take a breath before she turns on you. What did he say to you? She demands. He just looked at me. Her eyes widen with something close to fear. Not irritation. Not teasing. Fear. Listen, she whispers, stepping closer. Don't be alone with him. Ever. What? Why? He gets fixated. She hesitates. He doesn't let go easily. And if you give him even a second, you blink fast. That's ridiculous. I barely know him. That's exactly why I'm warning you. Footsteps echo down the hall. Your sister freezes. Her eyes dart toward the sound. No. No, please. Not him. But the shadow appears before the thought finishes. Jungkook. He stands at the end of the corridor. Hands in his pockets. Expression unreadable. But his gaze is locked on you. Not your sister. You. Your sister steps in front of you, voice trembling. We were just leaving. Jungkook doesn't even glance at her. His eyes stay fixed on yours as he murmurs. You're leaving. Your breath catches. You shouldn't answer. You shouldn't even look at him. But something in his tone, soft, quiet, almost wounded, pulls your gaze up. Yes, you say. Or try to. It comes out more like a whisper. Your sister squeezes your hand. Let's go. You nod and move to follow her. But Jungkook steps forward. Slow. Measured. Blocking your path, without touching you. Your sister tenses. Jungkook move. He doesn't. He doesn't even blink. His attention is entirely, dangerously on you. You left the table without telling me. He says softly. Your stomach knots. That's not something you have to know. It is. His voice lowers. It's the only thing I wanted to know. Your sister steps between you again. She's not used to this environment. Don't make her uncomfortable. Jungkook finally looks at her. But when he speaks, his words slide past her, aimed at you. I think she's more overwhelmed by running away from me. Your heart stutters. I didn't. You did. He steps closer. Your sister grabs your arm, but Jungkook gently captures your wrist before she can pull you again. Not tight, not forceful, just enough to stop you. Don't touch her. Your sister snaps. He releases instantly. His hands lift, palms open. But his eyes never release you. Why are you avoiding me? His voice dips lower. More intimate, more dangerous. You swallow hard, taking a step back, only to realize there's a wall behind you. Jungkook notices. Of course he does. He leans forward slightly, blocking your only exit without touching a single inch of you. His breath is warm, his stare intense, his voice barely audible. Tell me, he murmurs, why you're avoiding me. The hallway feels too small, too quiet, too much him, and you can't tell whether your next breath is fear or something far more terrifying. Your pulse is still uneven when your sister pulls you back into the hall. But Jungkook follows behind you. Silent, steady, too close. You feel him before you see him. Feel the heat of his presence, like a shadow that refuses to detach. Your sister practically pushes you into your chair. Stay here, she whispers. Her voice is firm, protective. But she forgets something. Jungkook sits directly across from you. The second you lower your eyes, you feel it. That same unbearable stare. You try to pretend you don't. You grab your glass, take a shaky sip. Focus on anything else. Forks clinking, laughter, the soft music. The speech is starting. Nothing works. Your breath shortens. Your skin tingles. Slowly, reluctantly, you lift your eyes. And he's already watching. Not casually. Not accidentally. Watching like he's been waiting for the exact second you'd look at him. His gaze locks with yours, deep and unwavering. Your fingers curl around the tablecloth. He doesn't look away. Not even when the groom speaks beside him. Not even when someone calls his name. His attention stays on you. Fixed, silent, unsettlingly soft. You glance down again. His stare lingers in your mind like a touch. You hear your sister whisper sharply. Stop looking at him. I'm not. You murmur. You are, she insists. You are. You hate that you are. Dinner is served. People start talking louder, leaning over the table, passing dishes, laughing. The world feels full. Except the space between you and Jungkook feels tight, narrow, private. You can't help it. Another glance, just to check if he's still. He is. He hasn't blinked. He lifts a brow slowly, almost amused, like he's reading every expression on your face. You look away again, cheeks warm. Then, Under the table. Your phone buzzes. You freeze. You don't get messages during family dinners. No one should be texting you right now. Your heart thumps as you slide the phone closer, angling it under the tablecloth. Unknown number. No. No, it can't be him. Right. Your thumb taps the notification. It is him. Do you always avoid people this much? Your breath catches. You glance up, shocked. Jungkook sits casually. The picture of calm. Hands folded. Eyes on you like he's waiting for your reaction. Another buzz. Or just me. You grip the phone tighter. Your sister notices your stiff posture. Who's texting you? She whispers. You shake your head quickly. No one. Lie. Another buzz. You check again. You can't stop yourself. Answer me. You type nothing. You don't dare. You push the phone away, forcing yourself to breathe normally, forcing your hands to stop shaking. Between the crowd's laughter and the clatter of plates, you hear Jungkook's soft exhale, almost a sigh, almost disappointed. You look up, just for a second, and his expression changes. He senses it. Your tiny slip. Your glance. He leans back in his chair, eyes darker now, more certain, more something you're scared to name. Your phone vibrates again. Slow. Intentional. You don't want to check it. You do anyway. The message is short. Too short. Too direct. Too intimate. To him. Look at me. I want to see your eyes. Your lungs tighten. Because you know. The moment you look up, you won't be able to look away. The door clicks behind you. Cool air hits your face. Relief rushes in, but your heartbeat refuses to calm. You step into the quiet parking lot, heels clicking on concrete. Your breaths are shallow, hands clenching the straps of your bag. Just need a moment. Then you feel it. A presence. Not behind. Not ahead. Beside you. A shadow detaches itself from the dim light near the cars. Why are you out here? His voice is soft. Lower than you expected. Almost gentle. Jungkook steps closer, careful, measured. Not loud. Not threatening. But impossible to ignore. You swallow. I needed air. You manage. Pause. He tilts his head. For me? Your stomach twists. I just. He raises a hand. Slow. Deliberate. Not touching you. Not yet. But close enough that the space between your fingers tingles. Close enough that your pulse spikes. I wanted to see if you'd run, he says softly. Almost a question. Almost a test. Your breath hitches. I'm not running. You whisper. But you feel the lie crawling on your lips. He doesn't smile. Not exactly. More a curve at the edge of his expression that makes your chest tighten. A pause. The night feels smaller here. The air thicker. Even the faint hum of distant cars disappears. You think you can just walk away, he murmurs. From what for me? Your pulse flutters. It's nothing. His eyes darken. Not angry. Just intent. Hungry for something you can't name. He leans slightly forward. Hand rising. Just inches from your arm. You flinch. He stops. So close. And yet so far. Do you know? He whispers. His voice almost a caress. If I touch you now, you freeze. You won't walk away. Your chest tightens. You want to run. You want to step back. But your legs feel rooted to the ground. He watches you like he can see through every heartbeat, every tiny flicker of fear, every secret your body refuses to hide. The night stretches. Silent. Except for the soft hum of the lights above. You can't speak. Your lips part. Nothing comes out. He lowers his hand slightly, close enough that your fingertips almost brush, and the tension between you feels electric. You can't tell me, not after that look, he whispers, almost to himself. His eyes never leave yours. You swallow hard, a shiver running down your spine. You want answers. You want to run, but you don't know which one is scarier, him or the pull you feel toward him. If I touch you now, you won't walk away, he whispers. You lean against the wall, hands trembling, heart refusing to slow. Your sister's voice cuts through the silence. Jungkook, he's not someone you take lightly. Her eyes dart around the corridor like she's afraid he'll appear behind you. What do you mean? You whisper, barely audible. Pause. She sighs, running a hand through her hair. He's dangerous. Not in the way you think. Violence, crime, that's his world. But the danger is in how he never lets go. Whatever he wants, he takes. And he doesn't stop. Your stomach twists. You shake your head, trying to make sense. He wants me. Her lips press together. Yes. And you need to be careful. That's all I'm saying. He doesn't chase, he hunts. And I don't mean physically. Hesitates. You inhale sharply. A mix of fear and something else, something you can't name. You glance toward the hall door. It seems miles away. But the pull is magnetic. We should go back, she says quietly, before anyone notices we were gone. You nod, following her footsteps back toward the hall. And then, like he knew exactly where you'd be, he's there. Jungkook, leaning against a column near the entrance. Eyes dark, unreadable, but fixed on you. Not moving, not blinking, just watching. Your breath hitches. Every step toward him makes your chest heavier. He doesn't speak. He doesn't need to. The tension between you stretches across the room, like a taut string. People chatter, glasses clink, music hums, but for you, all of it disappears. Only him. Only Jungkook. He steps forward, almost casually, but there's a dangerous rhythm to his movement. Like a predator circling carefully, deliberately. Your sister tenses, whispering. Don't look into his eyes too long. But you do. You can't stop yourself. He stops a few feet away. The space between you charged, silent, unbearable. And then he says it. Your name. Softly. Almost intimately. So familiar it makes your chest twist. You freeze. No. You never told him your name. Your lips part, searching for words, but nothing comes. He tilts his head, studying your reaction. Why do you hide from me? He whispers. A shiver runs down your spine. The warmth in his voice contrasts with the sharp danger in his stare. Because I don't know you. You manage, voice trembling. Pause. He smiles faintly, slow, unreadable. You know me better than you think. Your stomach knots. Fear, curiosity, confusion, all colliding at once. Your sister grabs your arm, whispering sharply. Don't. But you're already rooted. Unable to move. Unable to look away. He leans slightly closer, eyes narrowing, voice dropping to a whisper just for you. I've been waiting for you. Longer than you realize. Your heart thunders. The world around you blurs. And then, his gaze flicks to the room, back to you. And the faintest smirk touches his lips. You belong here with me. You feel it in your bones. He knows more about you than you've ever told him. The balcony door creaks behind you. You don't turn. You don't want to. But you feel him before you hear him. Jungkook steps into the dim glow of the balcony lights. Silent. Not imposing. Not dangerous, for the first time, at least. He stops a few feet away, eyes on you. No smirk. No teasing. Just watching. You shiver, not from the cold, but from the weight of his gaze. Thought you might need this. He extends a black jacket toward you. No words beyond that. No explanation. No arrogance. You stare. You why? His eyes flicker, almost vulnerable. Because it's cold, he says simply. Because you look like you could use it. Something twists inside you. Not fear. Not admiration. Something fragile. You wrap the jacket around your shoulders. It's too big, swallowing you in warmth. But it feels safe. He leans on the railing beside you. Quiet. Still. Watching the city lights shimmer below. People talk about me, he whispers. Soft. Hesitant. About who I am. What I do. You glance at him. Curiosity battling caution. And they're wrong, he admits. His gaze drifts back to the skyline. Mostly. You notice it then. The tight line at his jaw. The slight slump of his shoulders. The way his fingers grip the railing, not from strength, but from trying not to break. He's not untouchable. Not just a shadowed figure people fear. He's human. Why are you looking at me like that? He asks softly, almost unsure. Like what? You whisper, heart racing. Like I'm not the man everyone warned you about. A laugh escapes you. shaky and quiet. I don't know what I'm looking at. His lips twitch, the closest he allows to a smile. You'll learn, he murmurs. Eventually. Silence falls, but it isn't uncomfortable. It's heavy, weighted with something unsaid, something dangerous, something magnetic. He glances at you, eyes narrowing just slightly. His voice drops, almost a secret meant for only you. Don't fear me. You shouldn't fear me. Your chest tightens. What should I do then? He leans a fraction closer. The night air between you electric. Fear how easily you affect me. Your stomach twists. Your pulse races. Something in him, raw, vulnerable, dangerous, pierces through the walls you thought you had built. And for the first time, you realize, this man isn't just the legend everyone whispers about. He's more terrifying, more intimate, more real. You step back slightly, but he doesn't move, doesn't push, doesn't speak. He just watches, and the weight of that gaze is heavier than anything you felt before. Don't fear me, he says. Fear how easily you affect me. You step into the hallway, forcing calm, breath measured, heart loud, and there he is, Jungkook, leaning against the wall like he owns it, like he owns you. You freeze. He notices. Always does. You're avoiding me again, he says softly. Not accusing. Observing. You shake your head. I'm not. But your voice betrays you. Too high. Too trembling. He steps closer. Slowly. Patiently. Every movement deliberate. Too close. The space between you shrinks. Your back hits the wall, without meaning to. Your arms tighten across your chest. Relax, he whispers, almost a plea. Or don't. But you can't hide from me. You swallow. Heart hammering against ribs. There's something in his eyes. Not anger. Not desire. Curiosity. Danger. Intensity. You glance away. Pretend to adjust your bag. Pretend not to notice his attention tracing your every movement. You feel that, he murmurs. Your pulse. Your breath. His voice is low, intimate, catching in the quiet of the hall. You flinch. Yes, you whisper. He tilts his head, faintly amused. Good. I like noticing things others miss. You try to step aside. He mirrors you. Not aggressively. Not threatening. Just impossibly close. Why are you like this? You ask, almost a whisper. Like what? His voice gentle. Even in this tension, gentle. Always appearing, always there. He smirks faintly. Because I'm supposed to be. Pause. And because you don't seem to mind as much as you think. You inhale sharply. Heart skipping. His gaze pins you. Your defenses tremble. You hate that he can see right through them. Step back. You murmur. No. His voice drops. Soft. Almost dangerous. You won't. A sudden shift. His hand grazes yours. Barely. A brush so light it could be accidental. But it isn't. Your fingers tingle. Heat spreads. Your breath catches. You freeze. Too aware of the electricity buzzing across your skin. Too aware of how close he is. He tilts his head, eyes narrowing, a smirk teasing the corners of his lips. You feel that too, don't you? Your lips part. Your heart stutters. The hallway feels smaller, tighter, impossible to move away from, impossible to ignore. And yet, he doesn't push, doesn't speak more, just stands there, impossibly patient. Breath slow, presence overwhelming. You're aware of every heartbeat, every flutter, every pulse. And then, another brush of his fingers. Deliberate, silent, enough to make your heart stop. His fingers brush yours, barely, but enough to make your heart stop. You're leaning against the balcony railing, still trembling from the brush of his fingers. Your sister's voice cuts through the quiet night. You don't understand, she says, urgency in her tone. Her hands grip yours. You think he's obsessed, he's terrified. You freeze. Terrified? Of what? She hesitates. Swallows. Of losing you. You look like someone he failed before. Someone he couldn't protect. Your chest tightens. You blink, trying to process. Failed. What are you talking about? She glances at the city lights below, voice dropping to a whisper. There's a part of his past he never tells anyone, not even his family. But you resemble her. Her, you whisper, heart racing. Who? Someone important. Your sister says, eyes darting nervously. She was close to him, someone he couldn't save. And he promised he would never, not again. Your pulse quickens. The hairs on your arms stand up. You shiver, not from the wind, but from the weight of her words. Wait, you mean he's afraid of losing me? Yes, your sister whispers, gripping your shoulders. That's why he's intense. That's why he doesn't let go. Not because he's obsessed. Because he's terrified. Terrified of failing again. You exhale sharply. The pieces start falling into place. Every look, every movement, every moment of tension. It wasn't just control. It was fear. Fear and protection. A sudden click from the hallway behind you makes both of you freeze. Your sister stiffens. He might be. She starts, but the words die. And then you see him. Jungkook, leaning against the doorway. Silent. Invisible. Listening. The color drains from your sister's face. He overheard? You swallow hard, heart hammering. His expression is unreadable at first. Then it shatters. Not anger. Not rage. Hurt. Something raw. Something vulnerable. He steps forward, slow, careful. Eyes never leaving you. His fingers twitch slightly. Not touching, but almost. You want to speak. Your throat tightens. Words catch like splintered glass. I didn't. You start. He raises a hand, silent. Shakes his head. Don't, he whispers, voice rough, almost broken. Don't say a word. The air between you is thick. Weighted. Impossible to breathe. Your sister steps back, pale. This isn't what it looks like. But Jungkook ignores her. His gaze is locked on you. Intense. Piercing. I can't, he whispers, as if admitting it hurts him to breathe. You look like her. And I can't lose you too. Your chest tightens. Fear, curiosity, desire, all tangled into one impossible knot. He takes a step closer. The night air seems to shrink. Every heartbeat deafening. And then he falters. A flash of pain crosses his eyes. You realize, this man, this dangerous, untouchable man, is human, vulnerable, fragile, terrified, and he wants you more than he wants anything else in the world. Jungkook overhears the conversation, and his expression shatters. The hall feels impossibly loud. Laughter, glasses clinking, music swells. But for you, silence. Cold, sharp. He's not there. No dark figure leaning against a column. No impossible, quiet presence by your side. No smirk. No stare that makes your chest ache. Jungkook is gone. A hollow ache spreads through your chest. A weight you didn't know could exist without him physically near. You try to breathe. Focus on your sister, on the guests, on anything. But the space he left, it's unbearable. Minutes drag. Every glance toward the entrance, every shadow, every sound. Your mind expects him, hopes him, and he doesn't appear. When he finally does, it's different. He doesn't look at you, doesn't smile, doesn't move closer. Distance between you feels intentional, sharp, punishing. Your chest tightens. Why? You whisper, heart stuttering. He avoids your eyes, moves past you as if you were air. Every step deliberate, controlled. You bite your lip, trembling. Jungkook. Nothing. No response. You want to follow him, call him, force him to look at you. But you hesitate. Something in the way he refuses your presence. It's worse than fear. The pull in your chest twists tighter. Every heartbeat deafening. He stops at the end of the hallway. Turns slightly, but still not toward you. Not yet. You swallow hard. Your pulse races. A surge of frustration, fear, and longing. And then, instinct takes over. You step forward. Before thinking. Before calculating. Wait, you call, voice shaking. Please. He pauses mid-step. Almost doesn't. Then slowly turns. Not fully. Just enough. You lunge forward. Harden your throat. Catch his wrist, lightly. Barely a touch. Time stops. His body freezes like you shot him. A flicker of shock, surprise, Maybe even fear crosses his eyes. Why? He whispers low, hesitant. Voice rough. Almost breaking. I can't, you gasp, trembling. I can't stand this distance. His fingers twitch under yours. Tighten slightly. Not retreating. Not letting go. The world around you blurs. The hall, the guests, the music, all fade. Only him. Only you. Only this impossible, fragile connection hanging in the air. And just like that, you realize how much he controls you. Not through obsession, but through absence. Pain, tension, desire, all twisted together. His gaze meets yours, finally. Dark, intense, vulnerable, shattering. You catch his hand as he turns away, and he freezes like you shot him. His fingers stay locked with yours, frozen in the space between steps. Your chest hammers. You can feel the tremor in his grip. Shallow breaths. Hesitation. You don't understand, he whispers, voice trembling. Almost breaking. Almost raw. Everything you've seen. Everything you think you know. He swallows hard. It's not obsession. Your heart twists. Then what? You murmur, voice barely audible. He steps closer, hesitant. His eyes search yours. Dark. Vulnerable. Honest. The truth, he breathes. I was afraid. You blink. Afraid of hurting you. He admits, voice dropping to a whisper, almost lost in the space between you. Afraid that, if I let myself get close, I'd ruin you. That I'd fail. Like before. A shiver runs down your spine. Every word lands heavy, raw. And yet, every word softens the man you feared. You release a shaky breath. I don't understand everything either. You whisper. But you're here. You didn't walk away. He swallows again. His jaw tight. His eyes darken. Not with anger, not with control, but with something deeper. Something fragile. You don't know what it's like, he murmurs. Having someone slip through your fingers. Losing them once and realizing you can't ever let it happen again. Your hand trembles in his. The warmth from his fingers seeps into your skin. And suddenly, years of walls, of danger, of unreadable facades, they crumble. Just slightly. I'm not like before. You whisper. You're not alone now. He exhales sharply. Leans closer. Close enough that the distance feels unbearable. Don't touch me, he says softly. Or do. I don't know what I'll do if you do. Your chest flutters. His vulnerability makes the tension more intoxicating, more dangerous, more real. You swallow. Reach out, brushing a strand of hair from his face. The smallest gesture, but it lands like a hammer. Breaking walls he spent years building. He flinches at first, then closes his eyes. A breathy, trembling sound escaping him. Not anger, not control. Pure, raw something he can't name. He steps back slightly. Voice dropping to a whisper, breathless, urgent. If you want me to stop, tell me now. The words hang in the air. The night seems to still. Your heart pounds like a drum. Every heartbeat aligned with his. Because you realize, this isn't just attraction. This isn't just obsession. It's trust, fear, desire. And it's all built on the fragile line of what you do next. If you want me to stop, tell me now. He whispers, breathless. Your sister's hand tightens on your arm. Come on, she urges, voice sharp. Don't get involved with him like this. But you yank your arm free. Heart thundering. Legs moving before your brain catches up. I'm not afraid anymore. You whisper, voice firm. Jungkook is already stepping away from the crowd, into the quiet darkness of the hallway beyond the hall. He doesn't glance back. Doesn't say a word. You follow. Closer. Every step heavy with anticipation, every heartbeat louder than the last. The corridor is dim. The faint hum of lights above feels intimate, private. Safe. Strangely safe. He stops mid-step. Turns slightly, catching your gaze, without fully facing you. Eyes dark, intense, vulnerable. You shouldn't have followed me. He murmurs low. I couldn't let you go. You whisper back. Voice trembling. Truth spilling out, unguarded. He tilts his head, expression unreadable, yet something soft flickers in his eyes. Do you understand what you're doing? Yes. You breathe. I understand fear. I understand danger. I understand you. But I'm done letting it choose for me. Silence stretches between you. Not uncomfortable. Charged. Full of every word left unsaid. He steps closer, slow, careful, as if approaching glass that could shatter with the wrong move. Your pulse races. Your stomach twists. Every nerve alert. You shouldn't trust me, he whispers, voice hoarse, almost breaking. But I can't stop you from doing it anyway. You reach out instinctively. His shoulder. His arm. Anywhere. And the space between you collapses. Electric. Intimate. Fragile. He swallows audibly. Hands hover near you. Shaky. Hesitant. Afraid of touching. Afraid of letting go. You're brave, he murmurs. And reckless. Pause. But I can't not feel this. Your chest tightens. Words fail. All that's left is the quiet rhythm of your shared breaths. He leans in slightly, eyes searching yours. A question. A plea. No words. Everything in the stillness. Your fingers brush against his. Tentative. Gentle. And his body stiffens. Not in fear. Not in anger. But in reverence. Finally, he cups your face. Slow, careful, scared, reverent. His thumb traces along your cheek. Eyes never leaving yours. Don't leave. He breathes, voice low, strained, almost desperate. Your heart stutters. Your breath catches. The world narrows. And for the first time, you realize this isn't about control, or obsession, or fear. It's about truth, vulnerability, and the fragile, impossible trust forming between you. He cups your face, slow, scared, reverent. Don't leave, he breathes. His hands are still on your face. Warm, steady, trembling slightly. Your chest rises and falls with his rhythm. The corridor feels smaller. The world beyond disappears. You need to know, he whispers, voice low, strained. Everything. The truth. All of it. Your breath hitches. Hard hammering. Yes. You murmur, voice barely audible. Tell me. He swallows hard, jaw tight. Eyes dark, vulnerable, honest. I lost someone once, he begins. Voice rough. Hesitant. She was important. Too important. And I failed her. Your throat tightens. The weight of his words hits deep. I promised myself, he continues, each word deliberate, that I would never let that happen again. Never again. You look like her. You blink, heart constricting. You what? I can't explain everything in a single moment, he whispers, leaning closer. Or maybe I can. I was scared, terrified. Not of you, not of me, but of losing you. Losing you the way I lost her. Your hand moves instinctively to his chest, fingertips tracing the tense muscles beneath. You won't, you murmur, voice shaking. Not while I'm here. He swallows, eyes flicking to yours, searching, hesitant. Every moment I've spent near you, it's been. Pause. Impossible. Every glance, every word, every touch. I'm not obsessed. He inhales sharply. Devoted. To you. Not control, protection. Not fear, devotion. Your chest tightens. Your heartbeat accelerates. The truth, raw and fragile, hangs between you. Electric. Heavy. Real. He leans in closer. Forehead nearly touching yours. Breath mingling. Eyes locking, unblinking. I've tried to keep this in check, he murmurs, voice rough, trembling slightly. Because I didn't want to scare you. Didn't want to ruin you. But I can't. I can't hide it anymore. Your hand moves up, brushing his jaw. He shivers at the touch. Not pulling away. Not resisting. Just trembling under your hand. I trust you. You whisper, voice soft. Completely. His lips part, eyes darkening with something intense. Desire. Fear. Relief. Devotion. A shaky exhale escapes him. And then, as if the world beyond the corridor no longer exists, he pulls you into his arms. Solid. Fierce. Protective. Heart to heart. Breath to breath. Choosing you. Against everything. Against everyone. You close your eyes, letting yourself fall into the weight of him. the warmth, the devotion, the impossible, overwhelming truth. I'm yours, he whispers, voice rough, reverent. Always, if you'll let me. Your lips part. A breathless whisper escapes. Jungkook. And he tightens his hold, pulling you closer, as if the entire world could try to take you. And he would hold you still. You whisper his name, and he pulls you into his arms like he's choosing you against the entire world.